Hello, uh, my name is Kihyun Park, and I'm an English teacher in Pungsaeng Middle School in South Korea. All around the world these days, COVID-19 has been impacting the all factors, society, politics, and education. So in February, in March, and when I was watching the news and some disease, which is very infectious, so which happened in China and spread all around the world, especially in Korea at the time. This disease is too infectious for our students not to come to school because without wearing mask, and it can be very dangerous and infect other people. So, our school has stopped for more than 2 months, and it is unprecedented. So it was not long for me to have experience, as teachers, but I never experienced this before. So it was such a shock, and we couldn't go to school, and we just watch news, and we just made it public to our parents, and our schools will be closed as long as this, some disease is going to down and it's going to stop. But as time passed by, it's getting more serious, and it does not seem like it's gonna stop. So in March, and we told the students and their parents that they should stay at home. The Ministry of Education made it public, and all students in Korea and going into online classes. So since that time, and all students and going in started to take the class online. So, but each school has a different devices. My school chose a neighbor band, but other schools and maybe chose other things like some Zoom and some Google Meet or Microsoft or some EBS, because EBS is the one broadcasting education company in Korea. So they choose on their own. But in my school, and this neighbor band is very familiar and useful and very easy to approach, and we still using that. So students come to school and to learn in the classroom 1 week, and they go back home and study online for 2 weeks. They might feel that this is so. At first, when this was made public, students were very happy, and they might think that this is easier than just taking the class in the classroom. But the problem was that they didn't expect and something to be problem in their self-management. As teachers, we are also worried about what if they cannot follow what we are going to teach. That means we can, through this neighbor band, so we were able to provide more materials and more, best resources, or we can imply many ways to teach students online. But, always, what we really struggle was that, and students slacken off, or some their attitude problem in running, managing themselves, because there is no facilitator next to them. As you know, these days, many, their parents got 2 jobs. I mean, their mom and their, dad got a job at the same time. So there is no one who can take care of their kids at home. So I think, since that time, the teachers realized, and this school has 2 functions actually. And one function is basically, as we know, and teaching students, but also the function of taking care of like some kindergarten. That means it sounded funny, but it was real because the teachers feel that, and you know, some people say that, and school, uh, now just the online class is going well, and why does school still need it? Why do we still need school? So I think the old teachers, all teachers know the answer, because students cannot, find it hard to manage themselves at home alone. So once they come to school, and we teachers can take care of them, closely. And and so another things, they can study on their own, to their pace. It was very good one. But uh, even if we use the Zoom application face to face, however, this is actually, some fundamentally different from the face to face in a real conversation. That means we still keep the social distance, so in the physical classroom, but also online. So everybody is wearing mask even in the classroom, and of course outside of the classroom, outside of the school. And now I don't wear a mask, but after finishing this interview, I'm going to wear the mask on. So it has been changes since COVID-19, and we used to be sometimes discipliner, and sometimes facilitator, sometimes educators in overall. But now, I just did, you know, I came to think of the role is, what the role is supposed to be as a teacher in now.